Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USBTO, Tuần hay thêm, Tuần chơi Go Scout, Logistics và Warehouse. Xem hình thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.
Today, we've got two of my favorite guests back on the show, and they're going to talk about a lot of things they've been up to, such as starting brand new offline businesses and also being able to have a TikTok shop that did $100,000 worth of sales in less than 2 weeks. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. You want to know what keywords are driving the most sales for listings on Amazon? To do that, you need to know what highly searched for keywords the product is ranking for, maybe at the top of page 1. You can actually find that out in seconds by using Helium 10's keyword research tool, Cerebro. Now, that's just one of the many functions that make this tool my favorite tool in the whole suite, and it's the most powerful keyword research tool ever created for e-commerce sellers. For more information, go to h10.me/Cerebro, h10.me/CEREBRO. Don't forget to use the Serious Sellers Podcast discount coupon SSP10. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Serious Sellers Podcast by Helium 10. I am your host, Bradley Sutton, and this is the show that's a completely BS-free, unscripted, and unrehearsed, organic conversation about serious strategies for serious sellers of any level in the e-commerce world. And we've got a couple serious sellers back here on the show. I think this is like their third time, and two of my favorite guests that we have here on the podcast, Elizabeth and Sharon, the dynamic duo. I'm not going to say who's Batman and who's Robin. They're both Batman and Batwoman. We'll just say like you're the top of the top, both of you. No Robins here. But anyways, welcome back to the show. It's great to have you guys back.
Thank you so much for having us, Bradley.
It's good to be here.
Awesome. Now, we're not going to go completely into their backstory, guys, because they've been on the show before. So write this down if you guys have never heard of them before. They've got some really inspiring stories. Their first episode was episode 206. So find out how they were able to 30x their income of what they were making in Nigeria before moving to the States and before selling on Amazon. And then check out episode 317. You can do that at h10.me/317. And then you can find out how since that first episode, they were able to scale their sales from 1.7 to 6.4 million there in 2021. So now I don't know what they've been doing completely over the last few months. We keep in contact a little bit here or there, but I'm going to find out with you guys how their 2022 was and what's going on here in 2023. So first of all, right before we started talking, I had to stop Elizabeth. I'm like, she started telling Sharon about something. I was like, no, I want to record this. I want to hear about this, live from you. So the first thing I'm going to ask you, Elizabeth, is you mentioned that you are part of the Black-owned business program at Amazon. You didn't know about this, but I had a podcast episode all about that. But can you tell me like what's been the benefits of what kind of benefits do you get from being part of that program?
So I do have an account manager that manages 10 other accounts, including mine. 9 other accounts, including mine. So it's more like a personal approach to account management that Amazon is offering small business owners, Black business owners. I do have calls with him every week to kind of go over my accounts, health, point me in the right direction, talk about strategies on how to scale my business and stuff like that. We just started having these calls 3 weeks ago, and it's been so helpful, to be honest. So if you have the opportunity to register your business as a small Black-owned business, you should definitely take that advantage, because I know this type of personalized account management, Amazon does charge premium fee for those. And for them to give us for free, it's unbelievable. My account manager, I just believe, is like maybe one of the best. I don't know. But it tells me.
Give me an example of something that maybe you or he was able to help for you, or you did as being part of this program that maybe like if you before you wouldn't have been able to do it. Can you give like maybe one example?
Because I do sell mostly, well, not mostly, but some of my products are like in the bachelorette party decoration niche. And I do have a lot of issues with like adult flagging and stuff like that. He'll tell me, you know what, just call me, just give me a call. Like I have this number basically on speed dial.
Oh,
Yeah.
phone number. You can actually get him. Oh,
Personal
wow.
phone number. I'm not reaching to through any what do you call it again? No extension, nothing, like directly to him. I'm like, hey, you know, I have this issue. I'm like, hold on, Elizabeth, let me hop on it. It's gonna open like an internal ticket for me, and that's like over, like I cannot underrate that.
Wow, that's amazing.
Sharon's about to sign up right now.
Oh, yes,
I
you
think.
bet.
I could
I have a product that is not adults,
Mhm.
but keeps getting the adult flag.
Yeah.
So I would definitely love
Yeah,
that.
and you know, once cool thing was that he called me up. I was like, because mine did expired because I registered like 2 years ago. It did expired, but at that point I wasn't getting like no personal follow up, nothing. So I was like, you know what, maybe it's not just for me. He called me and told me, hey, I'm going to send you a link to register directly free of charge, 3 years license for the small business certificate. Like he did that all that for me. So like I don't know, maybe they trying
So you're
up.
about to hook me up.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to hook you up. Yeah, so it's really cool.
Let's switch back to Sharon. You know, we keep things real here on the show. And I remember, I don't know if it was last year or sometime you were telling me that there were times last year where maybe you were neglecting a little bit, or maybe your Amazon business, or not as motivated as before. Am I just completely confused, or was that you?
That was me, absolutely.
Let's talk about that.
So from the second half of last year, I just started getting like bored pretty much of Amazon. I do a lot of PPC coaching. Personal students come around and I teach PPC in my PPC clinic. So I have small meetings. It's like a small group where I just like meet with students and then check their PPC account. We meet every week, right? So I just started getting bored. And in September, I'm like, okay, maybe it's this PPC clinic that's overwhelming me. Maybe. So I told all the students, do not renew because it's usually like monthly. I took the whole of September off and half of October. By the second week of October, I resumed PPC clinic, but I was just still not motivated. And then I have been trying to sell one of my brands, actually. I don't know if you remember from our last meeting. So maybe that was part of it. I don't know what was the problem, but I had all these accounts tied together in the same seller center account, all those brands. And I was
Uh-huh.
trying to sell one of those because I figured it had grown to a point whereby I didn't feel like I could grow it any further by myself. So I
So
wanted
you're talking about you have one Seller Central account, and then you had started your own multiple
brands
different private
underneath.
label brands. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then two of the brands were doing much better than the other three brands. And it had gotten to a point where I believed that this brand had so much potential, it would be better off if I just sell it out, that one brand, so I can focus on one and sell the other one, which was good. I already connected with somebody I met. I think I met a company through the Helium 10 marketplace or something like that, forgotten what it's called, and we were already working. But unfortunately, the buyer or whoever, they said they would need it with the seller central account. I'm like, no, that's not gonna happen because I have other brands. And then Elizabeth was like, Sharon, they want seller central account. Open a new seller central account and migrate to this brand before you sell. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? So I started that process, and it was just being a headache because this was a
Yeah.
product that was selling a lot. So I had thousands of inventory in my old seller central account. I didn't want to pull it because that would mean stopping sales and stopping revenue. So I had to wait to sell it through. And not
Yep.
all the
Yep.
products were selling. Some were slow, some were fast. And I was trying to move to the new one, and I ran out of stock for the bestseller. And just everything was going on at the same time with me just being done with Amazon that September, October. Then in November, I just started a new business altogether. And that even then made it was that was more interesting to me.
Like an offline business, right?
Totally offline,
Yeah.
like event decorator.
Mhm.
I'm an event designer. I just started a luxury event rental business in November. And that's
So like you use, you know, the money you've been accumulating from
absolutely.
Amazon, and then now you were able to start another business because you had this capital.
Yes.
Okay, I like it.
So I moved the capital that I had, I would have used to like build my Amazon business. I moved it, and if you know about the luxury rental business, it needs a lot of upfront capital. So I put a lot of funds out of Amazon to just start this new business. And that again took all my time and all whatnot. So as a matter of fact, only in the last 2 weeks did I finally like, I think I should take a look back on Amazon. And I'm just trying to get back into the grand.
But I mean, you have like maybe virtual assistants or staff who are like managing inventory and things like that. And,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
okay.
did not shut down my Amazon business because at the end of the day, Amazon was then like my job, and then this new business was my side gig. Does that make sense? You know how we still have to go to work even though you don't like the work, but you need the money? So of course I continued managing my Amazon, but I would not do the extra stuff that we needed to do that put us above. I was like, I would go a week, I would not log into Seller Central, for example. I would only go there to check, do I need to send in more inventory for something? If there was any customer service thing, my VA team would handle it and all they would just message me. So I was not doing, so from September up to now, I've not been doing anything above and beyond. I have not taken any classes, like to educate myself, listen to any podcasts. I've not been active in any Facebook group as much. I have just been more focused on the wedding design business. But in about
How's that business going?
actually, it's going good.
I did see some of our Instagram posts, and I was like, "Oh, that looks so pretty." You
Yeah,
did
it
a good job,
is.
Sharon.
I literally took a
This is
course
good.
on
This,
that one.
I-
So, but in the last 2 weeks, I kind of feel like I just suddenly had space in my head to come back to Amazon.
Did you ever finish that migration of that one brand out, or it's still so you're still waiting to deplete the inventory
I'm
from one?
still waiting to deplete the inventory from the, and
Okay.
all the best sellers have been depleted. So that's good. But it's
But so did you start on the new account, the replenishment of the best? Okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought you like just let it run out or something completely.
Oh, no,
Okay,
no,
that's
no,
good.
no.
Yeah.
So immediately I opened a new account. The next order I created, I sent it to the new account.
What did you end your 2022 in sales? Would you say roughly?
Funny enough, it was almost the same or slightly higher than 2021. I think I ended with about 1.7.
1.7 million. Okay, and then even that's with it almost being on autopilot for like the second part of the.
Oh, yes.
the year.
And 2021, I had a COVID product that was really helping.
And without that, so that must mean you had some other products that increased in sales, because obviously that COVID product wasn't doing well last year. Okay, really cool. All right. Elizabeth's falling asleep over there, so we got to pay her some attention. Elizabeth, how did you start some side hustles too, or what was your 2022 like?
2022, no side hustle. It was all Amazon. Amazon by itself for me was like a lot, just because I have a lot of multiple brands that I'm dealing with. I think about 4 different brands. So I was mostly growing out more brands within the Amazon space last year, and this year I'm looking more into like the off Amazon part of the business, especially TikTok, which that's another story for another day. But yeah.
For those, who haven't heard your other episodes, you've been very successful in getting like sometimes like viral products, and you get inspired by TikTok originally. Did you also have some of that last year as well, where you, or what was it last year, or was it the year before, where you had a few products that just like did crazy numbers, like $1 million in a month or something like that?
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. Also last year, same thing happened, of course. So it's like, it's back. Well, I wouldn't say back to back, but it can happen like maybe twice a year. I could find those kind of products on TikTok or on Instagram that would do crazy numbers. But of course, like anything that's viral, it has like a peak and then poof, it slows down, because every other person can see that product, you know what I mean, on Helium 10, thanks to you guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks, but no thanks.
Okay. Hey. Well, but being the first to it, still, you get the most reviews, and there's something to be said about being the first. Now, You mentioned other marketplaces. So what marketplaces are you selling on now total?
TikTok.
So the TikTok shop?
Ooh. I never got
TikTok
to
shop.
mine.
Okay. Now, is TikTok shop, is it its own marketplace, or is it like pulling from Shopify or something?
Nope.
Its own marketplace. So funny enough, oh yeah, you should definitely try it out. So last year I found out that TikTok did have a shop, a marketplace, but that wasn't in the US. It was in just Indonesia and the UK. And when I heard about that, I'm like, that's really interesting. I tried to open a TikTok shop in the UK, which I did. It was very hard, but yeah, I found a way around it and I did. I put in my product. The first day I got a sale, I was so excited. I was like, yay, this, seemed nice. But to be honest, the reason why I did open the UK one was just to kind of get ahead of the trend, kind of understand it, digest it. And so when it comes to the US, I'm like already a pro in it. I'm not trying to find, oh, what am I supposed to do here? You know what I mean? So that was the reason. And unfortunately for me, I then quickly realized that with TikTok, you can only ship within that marketplace country, like the country exactly. So you can ship from the US to the UK. You can ship from China to the UK. You have to be in the UK to ship to the customers that purchased your items, if that makes sense. So I had to cancel that order, and I'm like, you know what? Okay, maybe this is not for me, but And then when I got the invite to that the US marketplace was open on, I think they were doing like the beta stage. I got the invite and I was like, you know what? I've been waiting for this. I got that email, I believe, at midnight. I was about to go to bed actually, and then my husband just saw me, because I'm so hyper when it comes to things like this. He saw me pick up my laptop and I ran. I started doing. I was like, babe, this could wait till tomorrow. I'm like, I don't want them to change their mind. But wait, long story short, we started posting. I posted a lot of items. Well, I moved all my items on there. And
well, but hold on though. Like until then, did you already have a TikTok account for your brand that you were just like posting content to? Okay. So it's not like, oh, they just randomly got this invites because you had already a TikTok account and they're like, hey, do you want to join this program for TikTok
I had
shop?
a TikTok business account. Registered business account.
For just one of your brands, or was it like one account that you use to promote all
one of
brands?
my brands. That's my main brand. So when I did get that, I was like, oh wow, that's cool. So I put in all my products that I know that are bestsellers, and then there's this TikTok live and stuff like that. I started posting videos, and boom, one of my videos went viral. And
you yourself, or did you hire like an influencer, or what?
So because I have UGCs, I don't know. Maybe that's another topic, because I do have.
I like it, all these topics.
I do have UGC content creators that I work with, almost like my sister do almost like a mini agency that she does like a UGC content creators. She's also a UGC content creator, and she has like group of friends that do the same thing, and then they produce content for e-commerce business and stuff like that. So
then you took some UGC that you created, and then you posted it to your account, and then it like linked to the TikTok shop, and then you said one of these videos went viral. So what does going viral mean? Like how many views or whatever did it get?
It was crazy. It went like 3 million views, and
wow.
Yeah, I'm just recovering.
With no ads? It was all organic?
I'm just recovering from the sales and everything else, and that's why you saw me on that vacation, because I had to run away for the weekend because it was so crazy. Anyways, and unfortunately or fortunately for me, I could only get 200 orders maximum a day, because you have to be on like a probation period, and during this probation period they're not going to give you more than 200 orders a day. So I was selling out on my 200 space before I wake up in the morning. Can you beat that on TikTok? Yeah, and that happened.
It's okay. Wait, how is it set up? So like you get a sale there. What is what is the fulfillment like? Is it pulling from your warehouse, or you're doing it yourself, or you're tying it to your Amazon inventory?
So for me, I was fulfilling myself at the time, because I did not expect for it to go viral. You know what I mean?
So every day you're doing 200 shipments from your house, or should I say your husband Is he helping?
Of course, it was like a whole family thing. My husband, my kid, my 2-year-old, she was stuffing the stuff in the bin, taking it to the UPS and stuff like that. So it was really crazy. So imagine posting something 3 days prior, and then on the 4th day, it's like boom, 200 orders before you wake up. When I saw it, I was like, is this a glitch? You know what I mean? It was crazy. And then all my inventory ran out. I think we sold about 2,500 units of that item until I ran out of inventory. And when I did, the momentum, of course, slowed down, because when they click on the product, it's saying sold out. And you can't fulfill from Amazon. It's not allowed. You have to fulfill from the warehouse that is tied to your store. So how it typically works, when you upload a video, you can link like a little icon to the video. So when they watch the video, they just click on that link and then just purchase the item, like right from the video, literally. So it's the conversion rate is still a little low, obviously, because with 3 million views and selling 2,500 units, it's still relatively slow. But
what was the retail price of the product?
It was $32.99, and guess what? I charged shipping.
So like that's like almost $100,000, including shipping.
Oh my gosh, Bradley! I never knew what you were doing the math. I fell for that one.
My goodness. Sharon, look at all that. You see, Sharon, are you feeling revitalized about e-commerce yet, Sharon?
My second screen right now. I'm on TikTok Shop. I cannot find
and accepting that beta invite.
I got an invite as well.
But now it's not invite only. You can just go on there and sign up.
Yeah,
anybody can join. Okay.
Do it. The email, I could not find it. So I just went on Google, and I'm literally on seller-us.tiktok.com. And right now I'm verifying my business information.
Yeah,
I'm not joking.
You see, guys, I apologize. I forgot where you live, Sharon, but the in Texas?
Yeah.
I apologize to the wedding community there. You might be a little bit late in some of your wedding supplies, because Sharon is now revitalized in e-commerce with the Black Business Program, and now with TikTok Shop. Okay. Wow. All right. That's pretty cool, Elizabeth. So like what did you end your 2022 sales about?
Anh chị đang bán hàng trên Amazon. Sharon cung cấp các dịch vụ dành cho các nhà bán hàng trên Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USBTO, Tuần theo thêm, Tuần cho dầu cao, logistics và warehouse. Xem hình thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.
It was close to 6 million for sure.
All right, close to 6 million, and so that's on Amazon, and then probably not much. TikTok I know is new for you. Are there other marketplaces that you want, like were you selling on Shopify or Walmart or anything like that?
Not a lot coming from those medium, to be honest. 99.9999 was from Amazon.
All right, let's go back to Sharon here. If I can take you away from your TikTok registration, dealing with coaching and things like that, so you're able to be exposed to what's happening out there even more than just if you're running your own account. So any cool stories that you can share about something from one of your students or for yourself, or like a cool strategy maybe that's something done in the last 6 months or so that you think sellers should follow or be inspired by?
In the last 6 months, I do not have anything, because in the last 6 months I have been slacking. But the only thing that I have been telling my students is that you remember how towards the end of last year was when Amazon really, really, really doubled down on incentivized reviews, right? So my launch strategy that I have been teaching the students, and that has worked, it may be slower to launch, but it's surer, is do not rush to find a trick or a way to suddenly sell 1 billion units in a week, and in week 2 you're selling 2 units. You're going to lose all those rank, and then you're just going to have yourself like in the eyes of Amazon. So I've just been doing everything as Amazon wants it. I've been doing the campaigns, PPC launches together with Vine. Yeah. So that, of course, that's not everything, but that's just pretty much the bone of it.
Talk to me about how you decided on the business that because I think this is what you did last year is something that is on a lot of sellers' minds. They they get a lot of money from Amazon. They're like, hey, I could just put it all back into Amazon. I could start other businesses. I could do like Bradley and do like sports cards and NFTs and things like that. But I think a lot of people, are intrigued by starting their own, offline business. So like, what was it, something you've always wanted to do, or did you just do some like research into to businesses, or how did you come to that?
Always loved events plan, not just event, but wedding planning and party planning and just everything parties. I love parties, but the fun for me ends when the party starts. My social battery is like this. I don't go to parties. I enjoy planning it, and then I want to sit down and watch you guys enjoy the party. At that point, my social battery is just off. So in my church, I'm very active in my church. All the youngsters that are getting married is always, hey, and Sharon, my wedding. We're planning this person's wedding. So I've always been doing that and stuff. And then last year, one of my youngsters friends reached out to me. She was like, hey, Auntie, I'm getting married. I'm like, congratulations, thinking she was inviting me. She was like, yeah, but you're going to plan it. I'm like, no, I do not plan weddings anymore. Because in 2017, I was actually the official wedding planner for her brother. I'm like, I do not plan weddings anymore. I do not have time. Amazon is taking all my time. She was like, oh no, Auntie, you're planning my wedding. And we got talking. I'm like, okay, here's what I can do for you. I can coordinate. Just pay me to coordinate. But for the planning itself, don't pay me. Just go plan it. But if you need any help along the way, I'll do it as long as it doesn't involve me physically going somewhere. So in getting that, I started getting excited again about weddings when I'm discussing with her, and just the whole planning really got me excited. And that was when I was able to pinpoint it like, wait a minute, it's really not every part of wedding planning that I love. It's just the design part. I don't care what your dress looks like. I don't want to follow you to your dress rehearsal. I don't want to go taste the food with you. I don't care. I just want to know what the food looks like when it's plated. I don't care if it's gonna be chicken or fish. I don't care if it's sweet. I don't care if it's too soft or too hard or whatever. I just care about the presentation. And that was when I'm like, this is the part that really interests me. And then when we got to the part of planning her decor and renting of luxury furniture, it was a new, I was not aware. I guess I was, but I just did not know how it was about that part. Like, wait, I can actually niche this down to the part that I really do care about. And then I just told her and her fiance, I'm like, guys, look, I can source this inventory. Would you guys give me the job to provide the luxury furniture for your wedding? If I
So she was the first kind of official customer for your new.
I guarantee you that you would see it in January. Your wedding is in April. In January, you would have it. Because of my experience with China, shipping and all that, it was so much easier for me.
Yeah.
And the groom was
So this is stuff that are you reusing it, or
Yeah,
you're
rental.
buying it just for one event?
No.
Okay, so rental. Okay. I was about to say, yeah, that would be kind of expensive too.
Oh, that
so
would be
rental.
expensive
Okay.
because we're talking about
So then, did you have to get a warehouse for this
I
stuff?
do have
or?
a warehouse now.
Okay.
My first
You didn't have it for Amazon before?
No,
A
for my
warehouse?
Amazon,
Okay.
I was using my garage. Although now I finally just got a space. But for my Amazon, I was using my garage. But for the wedding business, Events Deluxe is the name. It's I got a warehouse because the first container that came was a 40-foot container, and then some less than container.
A 40-foot container of wedding
Of wedding stuff.
supplies.
Think about your dining chairs, and I have 240 of those. Just think about it.
You invested a couple dollars into
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Now, did you set up the business? Like, did you use like the LLC from your Amazon business? Did you set up?
Nope. I set up a brand new LLC straight up to S Corp, just so that I have all those set out right from the beginning. I literally registered with iWed and went to get accredited as an accredited event designer. So I'm just doing everything.
And then, like, did you hire employees? You just doing it with your family for right now?
Right. My kids are too small. They can lift a finger. So when we do our event, they're not employees, they're like contractors, because the last event I did, I had 12 people working. I cannot afford that for full-time staff. So they're contractors. I bought a truck, a box truck, And then the warehouse.
How much did the box truck cost? I'm trying to buy one myself.
It's a very old one.
No, that's my style. Like I want an old one.
Okay, I actually got it off of Facebook Marketplace. I got it out of Facebook Marketplace. It was 6,500, but it needed a little bit of repairs. So everything came out to about 10,000. So it's an old box truck, but it's working.
Are you gonna put like some fancy logo on the side?
Not
like,
yet,
like
but I plan to.
Okay.
Not yet. I've just had a lot going on with the other thing, but I plan to.
So let's say things go as planned. You continue to build it up for this year. Like, what would you say? What do you think you would profit from this business for this year, like this wedding business?
Versus Amazon or on its own?
No, just by itself, on its own.
Honestly, I don't even know how to calculate that just because of the capital invested. Because remember, furniture is upfront capital. So I don't know how to calculate the.
Okay, how much gross revenue then? Like what are you doing a month? Like how many events?
Hopefully it gets better, but as of right now, I think I'm maybe about 70,000-80,000. I don't know.
$80,000 you've done so far in a few months. Okay, hey, that's some good revenue there. So guys out there, once you get into Amazon, that doesn't mean that my whole life is revolves on Amazon. So some people, some people are, and that's totally fine. But for those of you who have like an itch to do something different, well, yeah, that's one way you can use your Amazon money is go with your passion. So that's something that Sharon's been passionate about for a while, and it's always cool to make money about what your passions are. And that's another
you can do for free, reason. You can make money off of.
Mm-hmm.
That's my mantra.
I like it. All right, going back to Elizabeth now. How many videos did it take until that one went viral? Like, is it 1 out of 100 go viral, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 50? What would you say?
So, I honestly think TikTok are pushing videos that are linked to product that are from TikTok shop. My own opinion. But it was the third video that I posted that went viral.
Oh, only 3. Good grief. Wow, that was pretty fast. Now, what is TikTok's cut on it? On orders that go through the shop?
So right now they have a lot of promotions going on that they offer both the sellers and also the buyers. For the sellers, I believe there's 0 fee for the first 90 days. That's for the sellers, right? And then for the buyers, they're giving them a 30% discount for their first order and also all shipping.
Well, hold on. So that $33 that you got plus shipping, TikTok was not taking a percentage from there? Sharon is even faster now registering.
They were not taking. And just because, say, like a product that I have on Amazon that is selling for $32, on TikTok, it's like the first order that they make, they're only paying $20, $21 for that.
Is TikTok subsidizing you, or that's coming out of so it's not like you're only getting $20.
No.
It's just TikTok. Wow. Yeah. Okay. My goodness.
Yeah.
I wish Amazon would do that.
Somebody from TikTok, and the person was telling me that TikTok did. Am I supposed to be saying this? Maybe not. Okay. So let's just scratch that.
This is fascinating to me. Now here's a question. The product that was in the video that went viral, do you also sell that on Amazon? Did you see any increases on your Amazon sales for that product after that TikTok video, even though it was going to TikTok shop? So then probably it's sold out. So then what people are doing is like, all right, let me see if this is on Amazon. Aha. So like, were you the only seller of it? Or did you have competition at the time that this video went viral on Amazon? Did you have competition?
Yeah, there's a lot of competition on.
So then how do you like, how was it that they were still buying your product? So like, were they searching by the brand, do you think?
So it's on my TikTok page, and on my TikTok bio, I do have the link tree that has all my products on there. So they just go in there, click and buy. And
so how much would you say it increased on Amazon? Like what were you doing before the video went viral? Like 100 orders a day, 50 orders a day, and then how much was it after, so that it must have been
almost
from this
like a 30% lift, and so
nice.
For sure.
Interesting. So how long is this probation period going to last for you, where you have that limit of 200?
So it's 60 days. uh, painfully so, but yeah. But they do have an exception when you sell certain amount of units, and then you have a certain amount of ship through rates, tracking rates, and stuff like that. Then you can request for early access to like the full thing.
What are you using to fulfill the orders? Like me at my warehouse here or my house, I use stamps.com. Like, do you have like a thermal label printer, and are you using a software in order to print like the addresses and everything, or are you buying the postage directly from TikTok? How's
So
that work?
initially, I was buying from I was using my shippo, but I just switched to like the TikTok shipping thing method. Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of like how Amazon works. If you're fulfilling your own, you can buy it at a slightly discounted rate, the shipping, and then print out the labels. Okay, I'm assuming you and your husband do not want to be shipping 300 products a day. So what's your like longer term plan as you scale this TikTok out for fulfillment? Like, are you just gonna are you opening a warehouse? Are you gonna use a 3PL, or are you gonna just keep doing it
So
yourself? Put that 2-year-old to work.
at the moment, we do have a big garage. It fits like a 8 car garage that we have over here. So the thing is, we had to pull a lot of inventory out of Amazon, to be honest, to the house, just so we have enough units to fulfill. And so we're just putting things in place. I do have one person that do come, I think, 6 hours a day now to help with just getting everything organized, and in preparation for the next video that might go viral. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I do have one person coming to
interesting.
help with fulfillment, because that's going to take a lot of time away from Amazon, and I don't want that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Last two questions for Sharon now. Something that we're doing more this year. My theme of the podcast is also about like mental and physical health. I think is important for entrepreneurs. Like, actually today is the 1 year anniversary from when I died for like 10 minutes and had my heart attack. So like that's why like this year I'm
That
like,
was
hey
a year
guys,
ago already.
yeah, a year ago today,
Oh,
like exactly. Like I even did it's crazy. I was looking back and like I remember like I was doing I did a webinar that day, and I have no remembrance of doing that webinar. I remember like when I woke up after being in the hospital, I was like, oh man, I remember I was supposed to do a webinar. I must have let the company down because I wasn't available for it. And I look on YouTube, I'm like, there's me. I was like, I was like, that's not me. I don't remember this at all. But anyway, so Sharon, like I think part of what you were talking about, I think actually probably was good for your mental health. You're getting burnt out on Amazon, so like you were able to go into to doing something, to doing something else that gave you fulfillment. What else do you do for like hobbies or maybe physical habits, special supplements? I don't know, whatever you want to talk about. Let me know.
So I am very active in church. I'm not a very social person like Miss Traveler right here, but I'm very active in church, and that's pretty much what I do. I'm really close friends with my husband. We have a good relationship, and we are both homebodies. We don't go out. So I wish you could see where I am right now. In this office, by the way, we just closed on this house. So in this office, this is my section and that's his section, and we both work from here. And then, so when I check,
What about physical health then? Because I think your situation is very similar to me, and my problem was, especially when we were remote. I'm here. I mean, this is my office, this is my podcast studio, but it's in my house, and like there was times where I don't get up, I don't go to the gym, or I don't do anything because I'm just like, all right, this is so comfortable. I'm just
that
gonna stay in
was
my desk all day.
actually one of the things that encouraged me to start this business, because my husband, when I started, my husband was like, this is very physical. Like, are you going to be able to do it? Because,
Mhm.
guys, I was weighing over 300 pounds.
Oh,
So I said I was gonna do it, and like I said, I took the course. I planned so many things, and part of the things I planned in order to be successful in this business was I had a gastric bypass. On February 13th, I had gastric bypass. So it's almost 3 months now, and I've lost almost 50 pounds.
Oh, wow, very nice.
I haven't been doing exercise though, but I'll get there. I plan to actually, because now that my body, my muscles have been used to carrying around so much fat, and
Yeah.
now they don't have that, so they're gonna go to sleep and they'll get weak. So I have
Now you're going to be carrying around dining tables and chairs and stuff.
No, but for real though, I have to now actively challenge my muscle by going to the gym.
Yeah.
Otherwise, even though you look smaller, you're gonna be weaker. So I just learned that. So now you got to tell the muscle, don't go to sleep. Let me actively train you now. So that's the way I'm going to. But to be honest, that alone has really helped me mentally and just physically, and because now I have so much more energy than I had before.
Oh, I need that back. You know, I've probably gained like 60 pounds in the last 3 years. So I'm definitely the last year I've been working at getting that off. All right, excellent, very, very nice. Elizabeth, same question to you. Sounds like you're into travel. From Sharon making fun of you here. That's what I've gathered. Where did you go last weekend for your de-stressing after that TikTok $100,000?
Well, I just had to splurge on a Puerto Vallarta trip. It was just a 3-day trip. Mexico. It was nice. We had to.
Next time you want to do that, let me know. My parents have a house in Mazatlan, which is very near, or that's kind of like not near, but like so you can stay in our.
Oh,
our
that's
house
pretty cool. Yeah, Puerto Vallarta was really nice. The weather was wonderful. We had like a really stressful weekend, and then we decided to treat ourselves on like a private, little yacht moment.
I thought she was going to say private jet. I was like, whoa, okay, Elizabeth's really next level. Yeah, we took a private jet to Mexico. Okay. No, private yacht, that's just as good. That's just as cool. I like it.
It was like, I was just putting it back of my mind. I'm like, yeah, TikTok paid for this. TikTok paid for this.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, we like to travel. And for us, this business has really given us the opportunity to have that kind of lifestyle that we travel at least once every 3 months for sure, and
I like it.
I know without, having this type of, I wouldn't call Amazon a passive income, to be honest with you, because we do put in a lot of work, especially when you get to a certain level of sales, I would say. So yeah, so travel is my thing. We are foodies. We like to explore when it comes to food and stuff. So yeah, that's what we do for fun. I do go to the gym once in a while, although I've slacked for the past couple of weeks. But I think I'm going to get back in there, because mentally for me, when I drop the kids off from school, I just head straight to the gym, and then that's how my day gets started.
Last one for you, Elizabeth, your 30-second tip of the day or 60-second tip. It could be about Amazon, could be about PPC, could be about TikTok, product research, TikTok shop, whatever. What would you say is your strategy for everybody out there?
Keep posting that content, because you never know. Because in the beginning for me, having the TikTok store, I mean TikTok, what they call it again? TikTok, not the shop.
Mm-hmm.
The account was just for posting product. It wasn't even about the sale. But the consistency from my posting was what gave me like the initial edge of joining the TikTok shop, and that's what came about.
What is your consistency, or what's your cadence?
So I do post every day for sure. Every day. I post every day, and then
how many followers do you have now?
I have about 5,600 followers. It's not a lot, but
So from an account that only has 5,600 followers, that was the account where you had that 3 million views. Okay, interesting. Wow, I like it. All right, well, ladies, it's always great to have you on the show. Very inspiring stories. I always get a lot of Facebook or Instagram DMs with people who are like, oh wow, that was so inspiring. So like just know that keep on doing what you're doing, because you're inspiring a lot of people out there, and it's inspiring me. Like when I want to lose I can't lose 50 pounds in 3 months. I wish I could. I used to, back in the day, I could do that when I was younger, but those days are gone. But by the next time, here's my pledge: by the next time, Sharon, I have you on, I should be able to say, hopefully I've lost like another 40 or 50 pounds. So,
okay, hopefully
I'll try and get on your level. Yeah, I love it.
Because I still have a lot to go.
And then Elizabeth, I think you're well on the way to 8 figures, your first 8-figure year. So look forward to that this year. So So guys, I hope to see you soon. One of our elite workshops, maybe in May, if you guys can come out here. And then if anybody's getting married in Texas, do you have like a website we can we can check out your new business, Sharon?
eventsdeluxe.com. D as in letter D.
All right.
Events Deluxe. Events letter D LUX.com.
I love it. All right. So if you're in Texas and you want to really have a luxurious wedding, hit up Sharon. Although she might take some time getting back to you because now she's going back to TikTok and Amazon. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Anh chị đang bán hàng trên Amazon. Skyrock cung cấp các dịch vụ dành cho các nhà bán hàng trên Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USBTO, Tuần Tuần Scout, Logistics và Warehouse. Xem thêm thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.